Hey guys, it's Cassie and today I'm going to be going through my entire designer bag collection as it stands. We have over 30 bags to get through today, across the brands, some that I've had for years. We have my first designer bag in here, all the way up to my newest, most sparkly, most glorious purchase. We will be going through them all. Guys, if you are new here, my name is Cassie. I'm a self-diagnosed luxury addict. I put out videos on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, so if you like luxury fashion, then you're probably going to love it here, so head down there, subscribe, turn on the bell, become a member of our luxury addicted family. Or when are we going to rehab? Never. Guys, are you ready? Let's go. Today I shall be tackling this by brand. Some brands I only have one bag of, some brands I've got multiple. I will also do my best to leave links below if any of these bags are still available to buy, or if they're not, if I can find them pre-loved, they will be below for you as well. Grab a snack, grab a drink, whatever it is to help you get through this. Alright, we are going to start off with Gucci. The first one of which is the Gucci Ophidia belt bag. It comes with one of these kinds of belts, you know, adjustable to a point. Now, I do really like this. It's very hard wearing and all of that business. Love this, especially for a waist cinch moment, when you want a waist belt to pull together a look, as opposed to one that's just gonna like fit into a look across the chest. We'll get to that in a second. But I do love it for that. It is also deceivingly roomy, okay? You can actually fit quite a lot in there. Now, it's not my favourite belt bag of the bunch. And that mainly is because when you do fill it and it starts to get a little bit of weight in her, then she does tend to slump a little bit forward on the body, right? She kind of hangs off at an angle, which isn't my favourite thing. The second Gucci bag I have is the Gucci Gigi Supreme belt bag. I love her, okay? And if you are not new to this channel, you know how much I love this bag. She just works. Okay, so as opposed to the last belt bag, this one is across the chest, across the titties moment, okay? So she is a lot thinner than the other one. Magnetic closure, but it's quite a strong one. Like, she's not just flapping up on her own. Security-wise, you know, she's to the chest. You're gonna have to get very close to pickpocket me, sir. The strap is like the Gucci webbing. I only wear this across the chest because it doesn't adjust small enough for a waist cincher. She has just proven her worth time and time again. Fabulous one for holiday, packs very nicely in between your shirts or whatever. And extremely hard wearing, all right? Let us move to Dior. This is the Dior, they've now called it the Dior Saddle Belt Pouch. They do it in a blue and like a burgundy red situation, both also fabulous. This is such a winner. So underrated, okay? So again, the belt is, you know, like a leather belt with the adjustable holes. She's got hoops through the back. Obviously, with anything where you can detach the belt, you can also, you can have her as a clutch, 2-in-1. You know, we're here for the versatility. Inside of this one, she acts more like a wallet on chain situation. You've got a couple of areas there for your cards and a zip section at the front. Could fit your phone in, all of that business. And you've got the tiny saddle D hanging low. My Gucci ones are very much like, one is for the chest, one is for the waist. This one is a versatile. This one I will wear on both. She adjusts small enough for the waist, but she works well across the chest. She's not too big. I love the green. Here for her. Then we have the Diorama Mini, the Mini Diorama. Now the Diorama range, sadly, is discontinued. Don't talk to me about it, I think that was a terrible decision, but not much can be done. So this is in a glorious, like a light gold situation. Really stunning. This one, you have a metal chain that you can clip on and off. This is a great one for like a dinner or a wedding. I mean, you could wear this generally, crossbody, living your best life, walking through the city streets on a weekend. Obviously, here we are, this is a mini bag. You know, you're not going to fit your life in there. You will fit cards, a hand sanitizer, a lipstick, that kind of thing. Not a magnetic closure, this one requires it's a popper, which is a little bit annoying, but you play with the cards you dealt. Next we have the iconic Dior saddlebag. And I say iconic because that is the reason why I bought this. Got very excited. I've told this story numerous times on this channel, so I'm not going to tell you the whole thing. All I'm going to say to you is Paris Hilton, The Simple Life, was everything to me between the ages of 13 to 15 possibly. And the fashion was really something that ingrained in my mind, such that when I was old enough and they re-released the saddlebag, I was there. I had to have this bag. Obviously had it in the Dior oblique print. It's iconic. Everybody knows it's Dior when you look at it, and if I'm spending money, I would like for you to know. I'm joking a little bit, but anyway. I decided to get it without the extra strap. Don't like how this bit sticks up when you have the crossbody strap. I just know that I wouldn't really use it as a crossbody even if I had the strap. Why would I pay the extra grand? I'm fine, thank you. Having her hang off my shoulder. Next up from Dior, a bag that I don't use that much. This is the Dior book tote in the leather, and it says, "Si vous aimez l'amour, vous aimerez Surréalisme." I'm not going to try and say that with a French accent. Neither of us want to hear that come out of my mouth. I use this only for travel. I mean, the travel that none of us are doing right now, but she usually lives bang slap on the top of my roll-on, and here's where she works, basically. Aside from that, I really don't use it because it's heavy, and I use it for... It's too big. It's too big for anything else, for me personally. I did a whole video on why you shouldn't buy the Dior book tote. Not because you shouldn't buy it, but just if you're going to buy it, you just need to know some downsides. So, if you haven't seen that, have a look, I'll link it somewhere. And then the most recent Dior edition I made, the Dior Rimowa Personal Clutch. This is such a weird and wonderful little clutch. It is, you've got a little accordion, excuse everything inside of it, you've got a little accordion opening, you've got 3 main sections, you've got a zip area, you've got card slots, It's just so interesting. I mean, look at it. It looks like a tiny luggage. Looks like a tiny luggage. Personally, I like to wear it across the chest under the left titty where all my mini bags belong. I also like to split up the thing, so like one is on each shoulder. That's another little vibe that one can do. It's adjustable, blah, blah, blah. I got the silver version. Rimowa have since come out with their own version, not with Dior, and they're charging half the price for it. Now, there is one main reason for that, and that is because the Rimowa one is made out of polycarbonate. And if you look at the price of Rimowa cases in general, the polycarbonate ones are much more affordable than the aluminium ones. Everything else is the same, apart from the fact that it doesn't say Dior and it's plastic. Let's move on to Celine. I have one Celine bag, and that's the Celine Phantom. Another bag I don't use. She's here for sentimental reasons. It's got a face. We can see it straight off the bat there. I was probably around 20 when I got this bag. I would just think of, wow, this bag is the most fabulous thing I've ever seen. Anyway, let me tell you the story behind it. Got very obsessed with it, decided she needed to be mine. Anyway, I was in university, going about my day, going to lectures, and I get a call from Harvey Nichols in London, bearing in mind I went to uni in Birmingham. It's about an hour and 20 train. I got a call saying, "Hi, we have the bag, can you get here within 2 hours and get it?" And I said, "I'm on the way, sir." To this day, my dad doesn't know that I skipped lectures to buy a bag. Let's move on to a brand that, to be honest, I'm surprised I don't have more of. Fendi and the Fendi Baguette. Fendi Baguette needs to be somewhere in your collection, okay? I love it, it's so underrated. The versatility. So they re-brought out the baguette whenever it was, not that long ago. I was loving the colours that they were coming out in the leather, but for some reason I couldn't commit to any of the colours. I was like, oh, I like the black, but I don't really want a black. I know I like the yellow, but well, it's too pastel and whatever. Then they came out with this, and I was like, she's a logo hoe, and she loves a pop of neon. Hello. Had to get this. This is in the medium size, which is the regular kind of baguette size. I think this size is great, though a baguette in any size looks fabulous. It just really kind of depends on how it's going to fall when you got stuff in it and whatever. The only other thing I did get for this was a that to make the bottom of it a bit more flat. Sodding, this to me in the summer is everything, okay? I mean, you could wear this in winter as well, but I'm just a little bit worried about like fabric and like cold weather and rain and snow and everything else. I just don't want to put her in those situations. So spring, summer, my gosh. Next up, we have a designer of mini bags. This designer is called Gelareh Mizrahi. I had one good experience with their bags and one not so good experience with their bags, so we'll cover it. So the good one is we have this tiny green little micro bag. All of them come with the associated tiny strap so that you can crossbody and flex in that way, whichever way you prefer. You know I love a tiny top handle. I think it's the cutest, most adorable thing. This isn't how this bag turned out. So Gelareh Mizrahi had a pop-up shop in Selfridges, and I saw a cobalt one and I was like, oh my gosh, how fabulous. Then I found out that they were doing like free customization, and I was like, oh my gosh, how fabulous. So I spoke to this woman, I told her what I wanted. I picked it up the next day and it was truly awful. The worst thing I'd ever seen. A 6-year-old could have done a better job. Anyway, I voiced my opinions on Instagram as to why this pained me to no end, and the Restory, who I go to for like bag and shoe cleanings and clothes alterations now because they've started doing that. I've been using the Restory for years, reached out and were like, give us your bag, let's see what we can come up with. So they did this incredible transformation, which is so me, black with a pop of orange, good evening. You would never know this was once another hideous bag. Okay, Bottega Veneta, a brand that I never thought I'd buy from. And then they came out with the padded chain Casette. This bag is the epitome of a statement, okay? Anything you wear, the eyes will be taken straight to the bag anyway, okay? So, like, you don't even really need to try with the looks. She is also arguably the most troublesome of my bags. The bag itself, the actual bag, is extremely light. The chains are very, very heavy. You don't want to be, like, top handling this all day. Your arm will detach from your shoulder socket, okay? I guarantee you. If you crossbody, it's not as bad. The troublesome aspect, you've got this annoying closure that you got to like slide in and out of, which isn't that easy when it's crossbody and you oh, is it in, is it in? Lol. And then the other annoying thing is that it is not lined. Okay, so you've got to be super careful about what you put in there, what's touching it and all of that. Also, very soft leather, which means prone to scratches, okay? So, gotta be careful with the nails. Aside from that, though, she packs a sodding punch. Alexander McQueen, skull clutch, in this glorious pink fuchsia thing. You rock the skull back, she opens. This is something that you would use to a gala dinner, a charity dinner, you know? That kind of vibe. I don't go to those. So she has not been used for many years. However, if the time does arrive, you know what, you could use that to a wedding. Yeah, wedding, hello, yeah, all right, might use that to the next wedding I'm invited to. Thank you very much, I've just rediscovered. This was so McQueen at the time, you know, Lee was alive, it was the skull scarves, and if you didn't have a skull scarf, who were you? Like, that was the vibe. So I love that this is from that era. I'm going to get very sad if I keep talking about it, because I do love the man. A controversial brand, and yet a brand that has stolen my heart. Jacquemus. I'm going to start off with the first bag that I got from Jacquemus, and this is the Le Chiquita. Another one that they have sadly discontinued, and I don't think they should have. How is it different from the other one? The handles. Okay, this one is slightly more like round. This is a little bit more oval. And this pivots. It's got hinges, and this one is stationary. Watercolour. Alright, periwinkle, the unsung hero of the colour wheel. Now, with the gold as well, popping off it like that, truly stunning. I love this. Again, as a spring-summer moment, oh, just the best. I love wearing this crossbody and as a top handle. Top handle for me, actually no, I was going to say top handle for me is more of an evening time, but no, I could top handle it strutting my stuff through cobbled city streets of European holiday destinations, I don't know. Love her. Okay, so let's talk about, this feels like the older brother. I don't know if you're getting those vibes. This is the Le Chiquito Homme, which implies that it's for men because it's got a thicker strap. So, take of that what you will. It is made out of nubuck. This one is just smooth leather. And we have this glorious safari nude colour, as I like to call it. I'm here for the vibes. The strap just gives it a different look, okay? She's a little bit more utility. She's a little bit tougher, you know? Very strong magnet there. Very strong. Anyway, as with all of the Le Chiquitos, you've got that stationary handle, which is a bit annoying when you open and close it crossbody, because then you've got to, you know, it's the whole thing hitting you in the ribs, opening up, right? But if you can get over that, I mean, it's just such a vibe. It really is. These are now iconic. I will forever talk about how much these aren't going out of style. Okay, this is now a little piece of fashion history. Okay, thank you. Or at least that's what I like to think. This tiny little angel. This is my Jacquemus Le Chiquito. And I recently had its strap attached to it. And I recently had the strap detached, but just hear me out for the vibes. Look at that. Look at that. Mummy and baby. Wow. That is just the cutest thing ever. Of course I couldn't resist. They're so cute, so adorable. Me and my tiny future child going shopping together. Oh my gosh, don't even. Is this the most ridiculous thing ever? Of course it is. Do I even use it? No, it still has its stuffing inside. As in, like, I don't use it to put stuff in. But do I carry it anyway? Because it's just part of the look. Yes, I can't take myself seriously either. You just sod it. It's sodding cute, okay? Fine. Next brand we have Versace, and I have for you the large Palazzo Empire bag. This colour combination is on a different level, okay? This kind of nude tan with the pop of yellow. Why aren't more people doing this? So they stopped doing the Palazzo Empire range, discontinued once again, but this is just stunning, okay? So to open her up, we pull the medusa down, okay? We unlock. Damn it, this bag is just fabulous. Honestly, I need to bring her out again. Got a couple of sweets in there. That was from when I went to Barcelona about 3 years ago. Disgusting. I hope I'm not the only one that does things like this. She's fabulous, she's chic. Oh, and lest we forget, the canvas strap, okay? Especially with a bag this big, that just makes all of the difference for travelling. Like, you know what? I'm going to shove the book tote to the side for the next time I'm on the plane, because the fact that that doesn't have an extra strap, don't even, Oh, I love her. I love her. Next brand we have Lulu Guiness. This pair of lips clutch that is actually broken. That doesn't close. I mean, technically you could close it and still use it and everything else. Here's the thing. For my 21st birthday, we went clubbing. It was excellent. Too excellent, in fact, that I dropped this and the entire sort of other half of the fastening closure fell off. So, it hasn't worked properly ever since. However, it is a memento of how fabulous a night I had on my 21st birthday. And for that reason, it shall be kept. Alright, let's talk Louis Vuitton. I talk a lot of crap about this bag. However, she is the one that started it all off. The Louis Vuitton Neverfull. I got this for my 16th birthday. I used this bag to no end. And I thought that I was the baddest bitch around with my Louis Vuitton Neverfull under my arm in the GM. What was I putting in here? Tell me, as a 16-year-old, what I was putting in this bag. As you can see, the vachetta has, you know, aged and all of that business. I will never get rid of this bag because of the sentimental value. I simply can't. She rarely gets used, but when she does, it's for like, I'm going on a weekend somewhere. I don't know. That kind of thing. The sequel to my Neverfull, couple of years down the line, the Louis Vuitton Artsy GM. Again, another huge bag. What was I putting in here? Not entirely sure. The thick strap really does make things a lot more comfortable, especially if you're going to pack this to the brim, right? She got more of a slouchy vibe, all of that business. Good bag. Nowadays, they do it with a vachetta trim, and I think that that's because they used to have many complaints of the glazing here. I have zero glazing complaints. Everything looks great, not a single crack in sight. Once again, great throw in and everything else bag. Would I buy it now? No, but respect it as a part of my collection. Didn't know whether to really include this in this, because technically it's not a bag, but I use it as a bag. No, it's not that sodding toiletry pouch. It's the box Scott. It's just a sodding acrylic box. with a twilly on it for a handle. I'm sorry, but just like, for like a dinner moment, this is just like a very cute bougie little flex. Again, why not? So I'm here for the vibes. Obviously you can change out the twilly, you can give her a different vibe. And then obviously when you're not using it as that, you can use it for its intended purpose of trinkets and maybe like jewellery and stuff like that. I don't know, but just, she's cute, she's cute. Then we have the multi-pochette accessoire. I am still such a fan of this bag. To be very honest with you, I don't take this apart at all. I wear it as it is, all together, all children in tow, slung across the chest. She's ready to do business, okay? I love the utility vibes of this bag, but I just love how easy this is. It's so easy to pack as well for vacation when one can actually go on a plane. It has such a character about it, but it's very easy to wear at the same time. That's why I think it was so successful. It's so unique, so weird and wonderful and all of that. I would 100% get this again. Okay, so here's a weird bag in my collection. Brand here is MCM. The bag here is a bag that I actively kind of hate. The bag was a gift. The bag was a gift from my mother for a birthday. I think my mother would even attest that this wasn't her finest hour. She won't let me get rid of it because it was limited edition. So it will continue to stay with me. It's an oil slick bag and it's got a robot on it made out of crystals. Moving on, the brand Prada. My newest edition, I love her. This is the Prada Reedition 2000 in the crystals. Obviously black with white crystals. You've got the little Prada logo there, you've got the Reedition thing happening. I'm sorry, but the vibes of like, she's a woman on the go, okay? Like, she's out here, she's got things to do, but she's still gonna give you a look for it, you know? So I don't know why there's a certain attitude that I get with this bag, but I love it. I especially love wearing this with a casual look, okay? She adds how many notches to the outfit purely because it's the audacity of like being like, oh my gosh, what a move. There you go. You know, all of a sudden the outfit's up here. I don't even care what you were wearing before. So easy and light as well. The brand, Hermes. This is my Birkin 25 Togo leather in the colour bamboo palladium hardware with 2 twillies. She's my absolute pride and joy. The perfect size. This size is absolutely glorious, okay? She's tiny, she's roomy. The only thing I have done is I did get a bag organiser, okay? I basically just wanted to protect the inside a little bit. And, you know, if I had some compartments, even better. Everything about this bag is perfection and I love it. And I still can't believe that I have it. It's... I can't even finish a sentence about that, okay? Sodding cessed. Let me know if you want a review on the Birkin. And we have one more brand left, okay? And it also happens to be the brand that I have the most bags from. Chanel, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start off with my Chanel wallet on chain, black caviar with gold hardware. I mean, there are so many compartments. You've got all your card slots, you've got your main area there, you've got a little slipper. Oh God, what's in there? You've got a zip area, and then you've got another pocket at the front. I've had this for years. There is nothing on here that shows that it's been used more than twice. It's not the most exciting of my bags, so I do tend to pick other bags over her. However, I shall give her credit where it is due. Okay, this was my first Chanel bag, and this was a seasonal piece. It's like a blue, perforated, flat bag, silver hardware. You open it up, it's got like a zipped area, all of that. I need to use her more, okay? I've neglected you, okay? And I apologise, because you truly are a vibe, especially with like denim. Hello. It's almost like a grey blue. You've got this leather section here, everything else, and leather at the bottom. Everything else is like this perforated. She's a vibe. What? I have truly been leaving... I'm glad I did this video, because, you know, I need to love you a little bit more, you know? I apologise. Then we have the Chanel boy bag. This, I believe, is the medium size. It is the medium size. This glorious colour, again, similar colour to this diorama, you know? Like, a light goldy, gunmetal-y, something interesting is happening. Once again, you know what? Again, neglected a tiny bit. I need to use a, you know, I need to get her back out. Right, lockdown needs to be over because I've got many a look to serve. One big gaping hole there for whatever. Is that a pen mark? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 biro marks. You dirty, careless child. I mean, I'm never gonna sell it, so, you know, it's just my cross to bear. Again, perforation. I don't know why I'm here for perforation, but apparently I am. She is just a real stunner of a bag. I've never seen anyone in person with this bag, and it's just so different and so interesting. So, happy to have her. Now we have the Chanel Large Dovie. This is a beach bag and a beach bag only. Okay, it's a very expensive, very fancy, very bougie beach bag. This is not useful for any way of a day-to-day basis. I used to use this in uni. Tell me why. Tell me how my books just didn't fly through the bottom of this. Well, to be honest, I'm sure it would have sagged like that. I'm sure I looked like an absolute idiot. Don't know why. Don't know why I thought that was a good idea. Aside from that, this is a holiday beach bag. It is in no way useful for anything else. The next Chanel bag we have is a tiny little hero. This is the Chanel clutch with chain. She's tiny, but look, card holder in there ready to go. Right, you've got room for your keys, mask, little hand sanitizer, and you're good to go. Little magnetic closure there. I just love the fact that this just looks like a tiny classic flap, okay? You've got the adjustable ball here, so she can do a belt bag, she can do across the chest. She can do, she can even do like a crossbody moment, to be very honest with you, but this just gives you the options, and this really makes the bag. I am beyond ashamed to admit that I forgot to include my glorious Chanel 19 bag. How dare I? Disgusting behaviour, truly. I absolutely love her. This is the smallest size. I think it's the perfect size. Ended up getting a little bag organiser situation for her, just to give her a little bit more shape, you know. Cannot recommend this bag highly enough. I have a full-blown review on this channel, you know, in case you want any more details, but spoiler alert, she's worth it. And finally, a bag that means so much to me. She is just so special, so unique, so glorious, and that is the Chanel Blue Sunset by the Sea from the Cruise 2019 Cruise Collection. This is the smallest size. They did do it in a larger size, but this is the one I wanted. You've got ombre, right? You've got the grained caviar leather. You've got a chunky gold top handle with resin links. You've got a canvas strap, just to give us a little bit of a casual vibe. Everything about this bag just absolutely makes me salivate, okay? You've just got your space in the middle there with a zip at the back with your little Chanel gold hardware that just pops effortlessly against the blue. I love everything about this glorious, glorious beauty of a bag, and nothing will ever change that. I will never get rid of it. This will be with me until my dying day, right? And even then, I'd be a little bit wary to include it in the inheritance. I sodding love this bag. If you're still with me, drop a little emoji of a handbag below. What did you think of my collection? What was your favourite? Let me know. I'm going to leave a link to another video here in case you haven't already seen it. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah! Bye, guys.